Hello everyone, this is Mike. Welcome to my channel, Mike the Tech Savvy. Today we'll have a short discussion about DACs and the inclusion, or rather the exclusion of them in the recent Samsung flagships, and not only the most recent Samsung flagships, but well, recent devices in general. So what's a DAC first? Digital to analog converter, and it's a chip that basically converts digital signals into analog signals. In smartphones of today, a DAC is used to convert digital audio data into analog audio signals that are transmitted to the speakers or to the earphones through the headphone jack. I have here a Nokia 808 PureView, and as you can see right here on the top, we do have the headphone jack, 3.5mm headphone jack, nothing out of the ordinary. This Galaxy S20 does not feature a headphone jack. Samsung has been excluding this since the Note 10 last year. Well, basically the phone still does have one DAC, which is used to bring sound to the speakers, one here, but doesn't have a secondary DAC, and as a result does not feature a headphone jack. This was their previous implementation. They had the headphone jack here in the S10e or the whole S10 series, but for the S20, just like for the Note 10, they chose to get rid of it. And now let's talk about why they might remove the DAC, or first let's just talk about why they would remove the headphone jack. There are a number of phones that keep their DAC. If you do have a DAC in your phone, you can use any type of adapter, including those that do not have an integrated DAC, or just like Samsung did, they can remove the DAC altogether along with the headphone jack, of course. And this means that you have to use a USB Type-C dongle, which is mandatory to have the DAC included, otherwise nothing will be outputted here. This is probably done to save space and cost. Not that this device is cheap by any means, it's over 1000 euros, and well, it just brings less features than the previous one, at least from a headphone jack perspective. This is the reason why to listen to wired earphones, you now have to have a USB Type-C to 3.5mm dongle, just like this one, with a built-in DAC. If you try to use a passive USB Type-C dongle and passive earphones, just like basically any normal earbuds, let's say, you will get nothing through the earphones and the sound will only come up through the phone speakers. What you need to know is that also some USB Type-C earphones are passive as well, and they lack a built-in DAC, so you have to make sure whenever you buy a pair of earphones for your, let's say, S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, or Note 10, or basically any other device that does not have a DAC. A couple more examples would be the recent Pixel flagships, other than the Pixel 3a and Pixel 3a XL, the recent Huawei flagships, the latest OnePlus devices, and the list can continue. You will have to be very sure that the USB Type-C earphones that you're buying have a built-in DAC, otherwise they won't work. It's the same case with the external microphone. Previously you could have very easily connected an external microphone through the 3.5mm jack, but now you have to get a dongle for it, and yeah, basically the same story. Which dongle to choose? Well, this is a different question altogether, and I will try to answer it in a different video. I will review a couple of USB Type-C to 3.5mm jack dongles, and I'll try to give you a couple of recommendations. I know Bluetooth headphones can be a solution, but for me they aren't. The sound quality isn't up to par. There are delays and there are problems with that as well. It's not a perfect solution by any means, not to mention the price. And of course, if you are using a wired pair of headphones with this latest series Samsung Galaxy, you will not be able to charge your device at the same time because the USB Type-C port is occupied buy the dongle. You can use a wireless charger, but this is basically an extra purchase and it's not cheap either. It heats up the battery a lot, it has its own disadvantages. Basically, to bring this S20 to the level of a typical S10 device or any other phone with headphone jack, you have to spend quite a few money for a good quality dongle, and of course take into account that it's not an ideal solution. I know for a fact that the genuine dongle that Samsung offers can have some problems. They aren't perfect by any means, and you might need a replacement sooner than you think. This is not a rant video. I'm not making this video to describe my lack of satisfaction with this. I'm merely stating the facts. But yeah, I cannot say I agree that much with what Samsung has done with the S20. It's true that some dongles are quite inexpensive and it's not really a problem, but it's an extra accessory, and I don't believe that the benefits here outweigh the disadvantages. So yeah, this is my opinion at least. I made this video to give you a quick look on DACs, on what are you supposed to do if your phone doesn't have one, what are you supposed to do if your phone has one but doesn't have a headphone jack. As previously said, I'll have a separate video in which I'll discuss and compare a couple of DACs and give you a recommendation, let's say, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more similar videos in the future, also press the subscribe button, which will be displayed right here in the bottom left part. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much. This was Mike the Tech Savvy. I wish you a great day. Bye!